Why hello there, Knifestail here! Thank you for tuning into the channel today, and I hope this video finds you very, very well. Today I'm bringing you a summary of a knife I've done a full review on. The full review will be linked down in the description, should you care to see the longer format and stuff like that. Specs and all that. This is... ooh, that's a nice patch. I never even noticed that patch was down there. This is the TacKnives Intruder. This particular one is in the polished handles, as you can pretty much see, with the texture and a heavy satin. This knife is one that I have to say I wasn't 100% sure on when I first got it. It's very, very well made. I believe it's Best Tech OEM'd for TacKnives. But, I don't know. The stubby kind of sort of blade, just the feel overall, I wasn't 100% sold on when I first got it. It has, however, since won me over. I have enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, and it's definitely something I kind of want to keep around. Now, I wasn't even 100% sure if I was going to keep it around, to be honest with you. But it's good. It's pretty darn good. It's also in CPM Magna Cut. Best Tech tends to... it's, I believe, 62 to 63 HRC, which is pretty solid and standard for Best Tech. I think they actually err on the side of 63 a little bit more often than not, which is lovely to see, truly. So, let's just talk about this thing real fast and get this little summary. As I said, the full review went into much more detail, but we got sort of this modified sheep's foot blade. It is hollow ground. It tapers considerably. It gets actually reasonably thick at the tip, but it comes down to a real thin edge back here. It has one of those unsuspecting kind of blade edges on it, where it's a lot more quick to bite than you think, which is nice to see. It's held its edge quite well. Haven't had a sharpener or anything like that. I do have a little bit of gunk in the fuller. There we go. It's got a great sharpening choil and plunge grind, and the stop pin is in a perfect position. In fact, they use, even though this knife doesn't particularly need it, they sort of use the nub behind the tang that I love that catches your finger. And that's where they put the actual stop pin, which is wonderful, right? It's got jimping up here for the front flipper. Now, I will say this front flipper is not executed particularly well. Look how low the jimping stops in relation to the front flipper. However, it's got angle, it's got height, it's got good jimping down here, so it's still super easy. Would I like to see it go around? Sure. Can you slip off, and is it pretty kind of uncomfortable and sharp to slip off of? A little bit. But just realize that, and you probably won't have a trouble. This is definitely one that seems to work better coming from the side a little bit than dead on straight. But it works either way pretty well, as the jimping that is there is very grippy. This is not like the super thin wire jimping, but this is absolutely 100% excellent jimping. Great stuff. Of course, if you don't want to actually interface with the front flipper, which a lot of people don't, you have both thumb studs and a fuller to flick off of, and both work very, very well, in fact. So, tons of actuation methods. Nice thin blade steel, which, very unique looking blade shape. I mean, how it tapers up and everything like that, and it looks so stubby because of it. Could they have maybe gotten a little bit more blade in that handle? Probably. Let's be honest. But if they wanted to keep this unique shape and style and not compromise it too much, they could have possibly done it a little bit with a little bit more blade on there, but honestly, since it's so unique, I don't know if I care. And as I said, this uniqueness of this blade and the function here has actually sort of won me over. I will say that the choke-up position is not like the most comfortable thing in the world. It's comfortable, it's nice, it's good. It does feel a little bit... it does make me feel, I should say, a little concerned about rotating up into that blade, though it doesn't really seem to happen. And because the jimping is so aggressive back here, you can definitely sort of use that as a counterbalance to it all. But it's not bad. It's all the edges are soft and everything like that, so it's not bad. It's not the most like form-fitting glove choke up in the world, but it's not uncomfortable is what I'm trying to say. And there is a decent amount of room, even if it does kind of look like you could rotate into that blade, especially as you sharpen it and the blade sort of comes back a little bit. The edge sort of comes back. But even then, I probably won't actually end up going into it for maybe ever, which is excellent. That's been taken into consideration. The handle itself is a beautiful, beautiful textured sort of just, I don't know what you call this texture. It's not really a rock texture. It's sort of just like a sand dune texture or something. Maybe there's a name for it. I'm just blanking on that right now, but whatever. This particular one, as I said, is polished, and I really like the way it plays with the light, especially with this texture. I mean, polished, I have a predisposition for seeing things that have some polish on them. I don't know why, I admit, but with the texture here, it really just takes it to the next level, in my opinion. Geared backspacer. There is a lanyard loop for those who care. Milled pocket clip, not deep carry, medium depth. It is not reversible, sorry left-handed people. And there's a bit of a flat on the end, but it does still work pretty well. I wouldn't mind seeing just that little bit of flat sort of go away. There's no real benefit as far as I can tell to having it there, but whatever. It's not hurting anything, at least not too much. Lock bar, oh, I should say it's a frame lock on bearings, obviously. I probably should mention that. The lock is got a pretty good amount of lock bar tension to it, and honestly, it's still really, really smooth and really, really nice. As you can see, it's a shake shut, but it's very nice. Very good, strong detent because of that lock bar pressure. It is centered, and as you can see, one of my favorite things is when the blade and the knife is left relatively sterile and devoid of any branding, with the only thing being said actually on the blade is the MagnaCut. TacKnives logo is down inside there, which is awesome. I love when they do that. Lock bar axis is fantastic. Not only does it sort of chamfer here, which I'm not sure if that's even necessarily, well, I guess it can give you a little bit slightly better axis. No, that's kind of pointless. This chamfer right here is kind of pointless, but it does still stick out one off. There's a nice chamfer on the lock bar itself. Easy access, easy actuation, even for a heavier lock bar. Great stuff. Oh, you know, I literally just noticed this, but the lock bar relief is on the inside here, so the relief cut, I should say, is on the inside here, so no catch up on the pants, which is nice. The final thing that's nice about this is the price point for an OEM knife in MagnaCut. Yes, it's a titanium frame lock on bearings, which isn't anything special, but in MagnaCut, with actual texture and contouring, which the scales are indeed contouring, and just a high level of fit and finish, this particular one comes in at $315, while there are some, like a standard like reflective stonewash, light stonewash, and blast and stuff like that come in at $290, I want to say. In fact, I think the only one that's still in stock is a stonewashed with a more flat stonewash kind of thing. Hopefully, maybe, they'll be making more of these. I believe they have done 2 runs. Done? I said it twice. Done 2 runs so far, and hopefully they were popular and remain to be so. But at the same time, if they don't, they don't. It's not like it's the be-all, end-all. You have to have this knife. However, it is definitely one that is nice and grown on me quite a bit. So I'm just going to end things here. Say thank you very much for watching. It's pretty straightforward in terms of just being a titanium frame lock. However, it is definitely doing what I like to see and being just that bit unique enough to be interesting, right? And I think that's helped win it over. So that's the TacKnives Intruder. A good one, and a pretty recommendable one if you want something along these lines, and you like this look. Yeah, There's no reason not to think that you're probably going to like this. I've heard good things about them in general, so yep, that's it for me. Thanks for watching again, and yeah, sure, something's popping up if you want to check out another video on the channel. Consider leaving a like and subscribing. Otherwise, have a great day, and I hope to see you later.